Host today, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be talking about this masterpiece because let me tell you, if you haven't seen it yet, you're in for an experience that will change how you view cinema forever. Picture this, a story so rich, so layered, that it draws you into a world of family, loyalty, power struggles, and the American dream, all wrapped in stunning visuals and unforgettable performances. Why should you watch The Godfather? Well, stick with me through this, and by the end, you'll be rushing to hit play. It's not just a movie, it's a cultural phenomenon that has influenced everything from TV shows to books to everyday conversations. And the best part, I'm going to share every little detail about it, from the director's vision to the tiniest production anecdotes, without giving away a single spoiler. So let's get started on this journey together. First off, let's set the stage. The Godfather was released on March 15, 1972 in the United States, and it quickly became a blockbuster that redefined the gangster genre. Directed by the brilliant Francis Ford Coppola, who was only 32 years old at the time, this film is based on the best-selling 1969 novel of the same name by Mario Puzo. Coppola didn't just adapt the book, he co-wrote the screenplay with Puzo himself, turning a gripping page-turner into a cinematic epic. Now, why is this important? Because Coppola brought a personal touch to the story, drawing from his own Italian-American heritage to make it feel authentic and heartfelt. He wasn't the studio's first choice. Several big-name directors like Sergio Leone and Peter Bogdanovich turned it down, but Paramount Pictures took a chance on this young filmmaker, and boy, did it pay off. Speaking of Paramount, they produced the film under the banner of Alfred Productions, which was essentially Coppola's company. The budget? It started at around $2 million but ballooned to about $6 to $7 million due to various production challenges. That might not sound like much by today's standards, but back in the early 70s, it was a significant investment. And the return? Massive. The Godfather grossed over $250 million worldwide, making it one of the highest-grossing films of its time. Adjusted for inflation, that's well over $1 billion today. It wasn't just a hit, it saved Paramount from financial troubles and kick-started a franchise that includes 2 sequels, with The Godfather. Part 2 often hailed as even better than the original. Now let's talk about the cast because, oh man, this ensemble is legendary. At the center is Marlon Brando as Don Vito Corleone, the patriarch of the family. Brando was already a Hollywood icon from films like A Streetcar Named Desire and On the Waterfront, but he was going through a rough patch in his career. He had to audition for the role, something unheard of for a star of his caliber, and he transformed himself with cotton balls in his cheeks to create that iconic mumbled speech and jowly look. The makeup team, led by Dick Smith, who later worked on The Exorcist, used dental prosthetics to perfect it. Brando's performance is subtle, powerful, and full of nuance. He won the Academy Award for Best Actor, though he famously refused it in protest of Hollywood's treatment of Native Americans, sending Sachin Littlefeather to the stage in his place. Opposite Brando is Al Pacino as Michael Corleone, Vito's youngest son. Pacino was relatively unknown at the time, having only a few credits like The Panic in Needle Park. The studio wanted someone like Warren Beatty or Robert Redford, but Coppola fought tooth and nail for Pacino, even threatening to quit. It was a risky move, but Pacino's intense, brooding presence became the heart of the film. Then there's James Caan as Sonny Corleone, the hot-headed eldest son. Caan brought a fiery energy, improvising lines and drawing from his own New York roots. Robert Duvall plays Tom Hagen, the family's consigliere, with a calm, calculated demeanor that contrasts perfectly with the others. Duvall was coming off roles in MASH and THX 1138, and his chemistry with the cast is electric. Don't forget the women in the story. Diane Keaton as Kay Adams, Michael's love interest. Keaton was fresh from Broadway and brought a fresh, innocent vibe that grounds the more intense moments. Talia Shire, who is actually Coppola's sister, plays Connie Corleone, adding a familial touch to the production. And there's Abe Vigoda as Salvatore Tessio. John Cazale as Fredo Corleone. Cazale, by the way, was engaged to Meryl Streep and appeared in all 5 of his films that were nominated for Best Picture. Sterling Hayden as Captain McCluskey. Lenny Montana as Luca Brasi. Montana was a real-life wrestler and former bodyguard for the Colombo crime family, which added authenticity. Even smaller roles like Al Lettieri as Virgil Solozzo and Richard Castellano as Peter Clemenza are memorable. Castellano ad-libbed the famous line,